Hey, thanks for tuning in. It has been such an honor to do this Questions for God series over the last 5 weeks, and we are just so grateful that as a church, we're a place where people can willingly, openly ask their questions, dig in, and learn more. Because there's so many things about the faith where we need to grow, we need to continue to be enriched, we need to have confidence in what we believe so that we can go out and live confidently the life that Christ has called us to live. And so as we have gone through this, I've just been grateful for you as the church that there's a willingness to participate, there's a willingness to engage in discussion after the service and to talk about the things that are being said and to really wrestle with some of these issues. And as you have more questions coming up in your spiritual journey, I just want to ask you to come forward and to ask those questions. To make sure that you're doing it in life group, that you're having open discussion with one another, that you're digging into it yourselves and looking, not necessarily on YouTube, that's not always helpful, but trying to learn for yourself by studying the Bible, by seeking the answers, by growing in faith, by pursuing Christ, and learning how to find these answers on your own because God has equipped you to be able to do it. If your question wasn't answered, we do hope to reach out to those who left their name in their question. If your question wasn't answered and you don't have a pastor reach out to you directly, I want to encourage you to come to us and share your question with us so we can set up a time to sit and discuss it, to walk through it so that you can have clarity in your faith journey. As we look forward, we're going to be jumping into the book of Colossians in a series titled Jesus Above Everything. Jesus Over Everything, And as we think about Colossians, what we're looking at is that Jesus is to be first and foremost, and we're going to see why, and I'm really excited for this series, and I just want to ask you to be in prayer, that in this series we would grow in theological understanding and how that theological understanding is impactful for everyday life. How it changes the way that we function and we live because we recognize there are ways to live that honor God and that there are real questions within theology and how it's applied. And so this is going to be one of those series where there's going to be a little bit of meat to it, and yet we're going to take that meat and we're going to say, hey, here's how we live it out. Here's what we do with this. And so I just want to ask that you would be in prayer, that the Lord would use this to build up his church for edification, for sanctification, for growing in faith, drawing near to him, and being equipped to be confident as a child of God, dwelling in his presence. With that, we are excited to worship the Lord with you on Sunday.